A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant ruling, a federal judge has determined that there is probable cause to hold the Trump administration in contempt of court for its actions regarding the deportation of hundreds of migrants to a notorious prison in El Salvador. This decision comes after the administration allegedly ignored a court order to halt the removal of these individuals, raising serious questions about the legality and ethics of the government's actions. The ruling was issued by D.C. U.S. District Court Judge James Boasberg, who found that the administration's conduct demonstrated a willful and knowing disregard for his orders. The controversy centers around the Trump administration's attempt to deport over 200 Venezuelan and Salvadoran migrants under the Alien Enemies Act (AEA), a law dating back to the 18th century that permits the president to deport citizens of hostile nations with minimal due process. On March 14th, the Trump administration authorized the use of the AEA to deport these individuals, but did so without any public announcement. Anticipating this move, the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, had already filed a class action lawsuit. Following this, Judge Boasberg issued a temporary restraining order to block the deportations, an order that the administration allegedly violated just hours after it was issued. In his ruling, Judge Boasberg emphasized that the administration's actions constituted a clear violation of the court's order. He stated, "Defendants do not dispute that, if the order indeed proscribed transferring class members out of U.S. custody, they plainly violated it hours after it was issued." The judge dismissed the administration's attempts to challenge the order's validity, asserting that what mattered was whether they complied with the order, not its legal standing. Boasberg further clarified that his oral commands were just as binding as the written orders, and he expressed concern about the implications of allowing the government to disregard such commands. He wrote, "Indeed, consider the absurd mischief that defendant's position would license, if an oral command is not binding for purposes of contempt unless or until memorialized in a written order. The enjoined party could race to accomplish the plainly proscribed act before the court could put pen to paper." The judge has given the Trump administration a final opportunity to rectify the situation by complying with the court's rulings. He noted that the most straightforward way for the administration to purge its contempt would be to assert custody of the individuals who were unlawfully removed, thus allowing them to challenge their deportation in court. If the administration fails to comply, the court intends to investigate further to identify those responsible for the contemptuous actions. This ruling underscores the ongoing tensions between the Trump administration and the judiciary, particularly regarding immigration policies and the treatment of migrants. The implications of this ruling are profound, as it not only sets a precedent for how the courts can hold the executive branch accountable but also highlights the ongoing struggles faced by migrants under the current administration. As the legal battles continue, the lives of those affected hang in the balance, caught between the government's policies and the protections afforded by the judicial system. As the situation develops, it remains crucial for the public and advocates to stay informed about the rights of migrants and the legal frameworks that govern their treatment. The court's decision serves as a reminder of the importance of upholding the rule of law, even in the face of political pressures and controversial policies. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.